Great. So on the last episode of Kids on Bikes, we had a rather eventful lunch in the Bromcom cafeteria. Fries were gotten. Fries were stolen. Micah dumped a bowl of clam chowder on George's lap. Everyone in the group has become aware that Micah has the power not only to turn invisible, but also to turn other things invisible. That her sudden departure from school was not a transferring thing, but a disappearance. She doesn't know what happened in the moment between the last she remembers being at the Bromcom facility and appearing in front of George in a hallway. And Micah feels compelled to go to the mines in the town, something that all of you have tenuously agreed to. Oh, and you have keychains. So the group of you have been ushered off the bus. You are standing in front of the office building of Bromwell Middle School. It has kind of decrepit signage, and there is a poorly done painting on like the stucco wall of a pickle, which is your mascot. This pickle on the office wall looks extremely disturbing. It was not created like in any manner of particular artistry, and it looks at you every day you're dropped off at school. The four of you were there, and so is Micah, who is still invisible.
So should we go like now? Like my parents won't be home until like at night probably. So
yeah, fine. We might as well get it over with.
Yeah, because it's what time is it about now? Like 2, 3-ish, or?
It's probably a bit after 3.
Okay.
Well, I know someone's gonna be at home and they'll probably be a little worried, but I'm sure they'll understand once I explain that we're helping our new friend who's been scientifically experimented on, and she's told us to go to the abandoned coal mines to help with that. So let's go.
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't take too long, hopefully. Famous last words.
yeah, I don't know how far away it is, but maybe we could go to the coal museum. Maybe there's like a trap door or something.
That's Micah. Yeah, I think does Mike? I know I have Micah is drawn to the Old Town Hall and Coal Museum. Does she know if there's any kind of connection or trap door or entrance there or something? Would she know that?
That's up to you.
Ooh, okay. Ooh.
Because that's one of your aspects. So when Hank says that, like, what's her reaction? Does she like just start walking in that direction? Like,
yeah, I think when Hank suggests that, I think maybe Micah nods and starts walking in that direction. Yeah.
Great. I'm I'm still holding her hand as often as possible, and not at all in like a romantic or crushy way, but as like a chivalrous knight. Like I believe that being in contact is the best way to keep her safe and like hear if she needs to tell me anything. So I've still got her
security
hand.
Blanket.
Yeah, I'm Secret Service, just like, okay, here we go. So I'm full steam ahead with her.
Yeah, I go also.
Are you guys walking, or are you going to take your bikes and racer scooter?
Are we going to be some kids on bikes?
Kids on some bikes. Ooh.
Yeah, I think mine has like the little bars on the back that she could stand on and like keep her hands on my shoulders.
Very nice.
Yeah, who has what again?
I have a razor scooter.
I thought it was Hank who had the razor scooter. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, its name is Cash, and I will only accept it being referred to as
Cash. Oh my god, how could I forget Cash? Of course.
Cash the scooter.
Cash the scooter. Yeah, I think it's in prime time for some some bikes. Yeah, I think Fred's got an older fashioned one, but it's like pretty sturdy, like maybe even like not quite a mountain bike, but definitely one for more like off-roading stuff. It's not new or anything, but it was clearly like hunted for and has been repaired a couple of times. Definitely like a basket, like one of those crate baskets, like on the back kind of thing.
George has a bike that is like 15 years old because it's a hand-me-down from her sister. So it's pretty beat up looking. And like she really has to like pedal to make it work.
Does it have streamers? Or did she cut them off?
No. God, no, that's so embarrassing.
She tried to cut them off, but there's still little ones just poking out of
the nub is there.
The nubs. We know what was there.
Yeah, Kodi's got like a Walmart bike. Like it's newer, but like it's not well made, and it's got like, you know how sometimes with kids' bikes they do like a little cartoonish version of like the adult, like so it's got kind of like a funny font. It's like Gator brand bike, and there's like a cartoon alligator, like yeah, very stereotypical kids' bike.
Are we all wearing helmets?
Yes.
Because Fred is definitely wearing a helmet.
Kodi is wearing a helmet.
Hank has put his cowboy hat back on top of his helmet.
Oh God, I forgot about that. Okay, good. Still wearing a helmet though.
I
That's
think
important.
George is not going to wear a helmet.
Ooh.
Yeah, Fred fully stares at George for like a full minute.
I don't have one.
Do you? Okay, you should probably get one because head injuries are really dangerous. And okay, and then she'll just get on the bike and start riding.
Oh, Kodi takes his helmet off and puts it on Micah's head, and then like makes kind of like tries to use his backpack and like tie the straps together to make like oversized padding. So it like uses his windbreaker to like it looks very strange, and it's only gonna stay on for like 5 minutes, but it's the best he can do.
Incredible.
All right, yeah, let's get to that mine, or the mine museum, the coal museum.
Yeah, if that's closer, yeah.
So the mines proper are a little bit of ways out of town. I think people who used to work there when they were in operation before the all-consuming fire of the mines had to drive to get there. But the old town hall and coal museum is on the opposite side of town as the middle school on the top of a hill. You've all been there because it's the 5th grade field trip. So it's a bit of a trek up that hill. It's a pretty steep hill, but you've probably all done the bike ride before. And it's one of those museums that keeps like very weird and limited hours. So I think as the 4 of you, Micah and Toe, roll up to this museum, you see that the lights are out. Like not even the proprietor's car is there. And the door is locked, and there's a little old-fashioned like painted sign that's a little crooked and peeling that says Old Town Hall Historic Site and Coal Museum like added on to it, like beneath it, and writing closed.
I'm gonna look around for like a window that I can jimmy open, or like yeah,
there are 2 extremely cobwebby windows on either side of the door.
Yeah, Hank is gonna pull out one of his cap guns that he keeps on him as protection, and he's gonna try and climb through.
Yeah. What role do you think this is?
I think it might be just like brawn to like climb up. Cool. That's what.
Oh no.
The window, like, are the rest of you like watching Hank do this? Are you looking for other ways in, or is everyone looking?
I think yeah, Fred would be, because she's like, oh no, we're not supposed to do this.
Kodi's looking for other ways in.
So I guess Fred and George, you see the window suck in the cap gun.
By suck in, you mean like into the pane of the window? Or like
What it looks like is the window. It's the sensation of a vacuum, like jerking something out of your hand, and then the window just like appears to devour the cap gun, like it's gone.
wait, is the window closed?
Yeah, did it like open and suck it in, or did it just suck it through?
It just sucked it into the pane.
Okay.
Oh yeah, nope. Fred is going to immediately go over and start trying to pull Hank down away from the devouring window.
He is pressing his hand up against the glass.
No.
Hank, I'm gonna need you to roll fight.
Is he fighting me or the window?
He's fighting both of you, so I'm gonna need you to roll fight also.
That's a 2.
Okay. What is my fight? My fight's not bad. I think I'll roll for it. Oh wait, no, that's my flight. No, my fight is not good at all. Okay. God, this is gonna be bad. Okay, it's a 4, which is all I could get.
So roll again because your die
was a
split.
4. Okay. Oh, is that when you get the top one?
Yes. And then you get to add.
That's another 4!
It explodes again.
Incredible.
And there's a 2. Okay.
So that gets
10.
you to 10.
Oh man.
Hank, you feel like I don't know if Hank has ever like put like the like cap of a vacuum like on his shirt or something.
Definitely.
But all of you know that sensation probably. And you feel like your entire body is being pulled towards this window. And then Fred, like, just force of, like, sense of danger, desire to intervene, handily jerk Hank down away from this window. And then the window, as Hank is falling down, like, on top of you, like, you just pull him down. This window flickers.
Sorry.
And you see green beneath what is this, or was an image of window. And then it flickers again and disappears entirely. And George and Kodi, that like amorphous green cloud that shifted into a cube, there is one of those where the window was.
Oh no.
I don't like it.
Okie dokie. Is there another window that we can look into to see what else is inside?
Yeah, there's a window on the opposite side of the door as well.
Okay, I would love to look in there and see if any more of these nasty boys are hanging around.
When you peer in the window, you can see there is in fact another one of these nasty boys. It is floating right in front of like the panning for gold exhibit, which is not something that ever happened in this mine, but is like another kind of mining, certainly, that happened. And there is sure an
We have
exhibit.
a stream and it still didn't happen in there either.
No.
Not at all. That's not how that works.
The docents have never done a good job explaining this exhibit.
Mm-hmm. I think that if Micah has been like coexisting with these globs for a couple months, she might have some idea of like what they may be weak to, and I'd love to ask her about that.
And she digs in her sweatshirt pocket and then like seems to realize she has a lot of stuff in the sweatshirt pocket, and pulls out her Polaroid camera and the keychain that Kodi, you so kindly got for her just earlier, and a set of house keys. There's like a key on a rubber band, and another key that looks like it might be for a bike lock or something. And then like looks back at you, Fred, for a notepad.
I would have let her keep the regular notepad that I gave her when I took back the waterproof one. I would have let her keep that and like a small little pencil too.
She's like, she shrugs. She doesn't know where it is.
Okay. And Fred will. Do I see the green glowing thing in the window, or that is the window?
Yeah, all of you can see now the cube that has replaced the window. And Kodi, you went over and looked in the other window and can see that floating, like, sort of gaseous, gooey, unclear what this is, cloud in front of the spurious exhibit.
Okay, and Fred will sort of get out from under Hank and start rummaging through and pull out a little Ziploc bag in which there are a couple of like 2 or 3 little folding like notepads, and we'll take one out and hand one with a pencil to Micah and just stare back between her and the giant glowing thing in the window.
She'll write down, I don't think they like animals.
They don't like animals. Okay.
Does anyone have any animals we don't know about on them?
Can I use Micah's loves animals aspect to like look around in the surrounding bush and whatnot for like some kind of friendly animal?
Just Disney princess that.
I pull out another granola bar and like crumble some into her hand and like scatter some.
Yeah, Percy, what do you think? Is that something that Hank is going to take the lead on, or what do you think Micah would do for?
I think maybe Micah would like share this information and then like think about it and look around and take the kind of handful of Nature Valley crumbs and start just sort of like, just like poking through, because I'm assuming there's like some foliage nearby. Yeah, just kind of like start maybe trying to like attract an animal of some kind.
I am going to transmute, Percy, your little loves animals tag into another psychic power. Because I think this is when Micah would be like, wait, I think I can kind of talk to animals now.
Hell yeah.
Ooh!
But if you want to do that, you will have to use the psychic tokens.
I would like to use a psychic token to do this.
Cool. And what before we do this roll, what specifically are you attempting to do?
I think I would like Micah to talk to a bird in a nearby tree and try to convince it to fly into the museum.
Nice. Okay, I have a difficulty value for that. So go ahead and roll 2d4.
4 and a 3 for a 7.
Nice. The bird will absolutely go ahead and like, what do you think it looks like when Micah is talking to this bird? Like, does she just like look at it and it's like, why are you staring at that bird? And then the bird moves, or is there some like other physical gestural component?
I think she probably talks to it the way that she would talk to a person, but with more comfort than Micah has exhibited to any of us with like talking to an actual person. And I don't think she speaks, but I do think she gestures as though she is just having a conversation with it.
So all of you see that. And this bird, like swoops down from the tree and goes to fly into the not green cube window, and then like realizes it's closed, and then like loops back around to the green cube. And as this bird starts to approach the green cube, this like physical like cube form recoils, like sort of snapping back out of the window and reforming a cloud. And the bird like swoops in and just starts doing circles in the museum. And where the window pane was is just like empty. There's no glass. There is no like interior frame. It's just like a square hole where the window once was and that the green cube once was, but is now a cloud floating in the museum. And when Micah looks back at you, you can see a little trickle of blood coming out of one nostril.
Oh.
Fred, do you have something that can help with that?
Yeah. Fred will pull out her little first aid kit and get some moist towelettes and various things. And don't. A lot of people say tip your head up. Don't. You gotta let it come down. So tip your head down. And just And she'll like tend to. Are you okay? What did you just do? What was that?
And she points at the bird, which is like doing circles, and every time it gets too close to one of the clouds, the cloud like pulsates a little and like moves further away from the bird.
I think she made it safe for us to go in. I think the bird can keep the goo away.
Can we walk in the cloud?
No, that's a bad idea.
Yeah. It ate my water bottle.
Yeah.
It ate my gun.
It what?
I think it eats anything it touches.
Oh, so we shouldn't touch it.
Yeah, definitely don't touch it, but it seems like the bird's keeping it away now.
Okay. If you still want to go in, Micah? Yeah, like she'll like look at Micah and like still be like sort of helping her hold up something to her bloody nose and be like, are you sure you still want to do this?
That's a you question, Emma.
Oh, yeah.
Going to the old town at
I think Micah, I keep forgetting. Yeah, it's fun. It's getting used to it. I think Micah is holding this thing to her nose and very steadily shakes her head. Yes.
Great. I'm gonna start trying to scramble through the window then.
Yeah, I think the group of you, like you're all kind of short. I think for an adult climbing into this window would be totally normal. I think for the group of you kids, some of you who are only 11 trying to crawl through the window is like a little bit more of a challenge. But working together, you can kind of like boost each other up.
Fred will definitely stop, like help lift everybody, like volunteer to be the person to help lift at the end, everybody in, and try to scramble in at the end. Unless George doesn't think she needs help.
Well, George is basically an adult, so she can just like.
So clearly George doesn't need help. So yeah,
adults never need help.
Oh.
No, yeah.
Actually, adults need help all the time.
What do you know?
I have a lot of adults in my life.
I was gonna say Kodi has a lot of adults to reference. I think it's a large sample size. Fred will. Well, okay. Well, then, I assume you're gonna do it by yourself. So, can you help me get up?
George kind of like shoves Fred through the window.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I helped.
That's gross.
Where do you leave do you just leave the like bikes and scooter outside?
oh God. Yeah. I guess we. Maybe,
Just park
I
them
guess
on the
we
museum
maybe would
porch.
have like brought them, or I don't know if there's a bike rack, or we would have like taken them around to where like the back where we were looking or something maybe.
Mm-hmm. So the interior of this museum, as we've established, is like a hodgepodge of exhibits that are not all accurate to like this specific region. There are like little printed, not poster boards, but that like very thick mounted like paper on foam exhibit signs in front of different dioramas detailing the history of this town. There is the like panning for gold exhibit. There is another exhibit that seems like it was newly installed that is actually about silicon chip manufacturing. So a lot going on with this old town hall, and it's just two levels and two rooms. There's this like downstairs main exhibit hall, And then there are the stairs up to the clock tower, because the town hall has a clock tower that no longer rings regularly. And as we established before, there are these two like green clouds that look like the cloud that you saw earlier that are kind of like lurking near the ceiling, trying to stay out of the path of this bird that is still circling.
Great. On the display about silicon chips, is there anything on there that the tour guide would not have told us?
Ooh.
That's a great question. I think yes, because Benny was really interested in like silicon chips specifically. And this is an exhibit sort of about like the wonders of the silicon manufacturing industry and all Bromcom has done for the town of Bromwell. So the exhibit sign reads like Bromcom came to the town of Bromwell in 1989 and has since provided, it's like the sort of paragraph that would appear on the like website of a company like tooting its own horn. And what you do notice in the bottom paragraph is like in the development of a Bromcom plant in Bromwell was possible thanks to the wonderful mind of the mayor of Bromwell, Bernardo Novak.
Okay, and I think that because Micah, Micah's scared of Bromcom, so I think that I am kind of like, she's keeping her distance, like, from the plaque. Like, I don't think there's anything there she's interested in reading. And then I ask her, did you ever see the mayor at Bromcom headquarters?
I think you can see sort of like a instinctive, like, cringe away response, but she is not sure how to answer that, like, and she sort of shrugs and then nods and then, like, shrugs again.
Was the mayor there in person? Did she visit?
Micah shakes her head.
But you saw the mayor there.
She nods slowly.
Okay. That's weird.
Did your dad ever say anything about the mayor being at work?
And she nods. And she'll like take your Post-it pad out and write, my dad said she visited a weird amount.
Ooh, I also have that she's a good listener. So I would ask, specifically if she overheard if the mayor was asking any specific questions or seemed to be interested in any specific part of the operations.
Yeah, or maybe like she overheard her dad like talking about it or something that he might not say in front of her, but that she overheard.
Mm-hmm. Ella, do you have thoughts about what Micah might have overheard?
I think that Micah might have overheard the mayor being impatient about something being completed on time or like something being completed soon. Yeah, I think that like the mayor is sort of in there to like hustle the project timeline, whatever that project might be.
That sounds right to me.
Cool. Great. That's all I want to do with that display then. Is anyone else trying to explore in this room, or do we want to leave?
I don't know if we should go up because the bird seems to be keeping it away. I I guess, yeah, this would be Micah being drawn to the town hall. I think maybe Micah, is there some kind of rooms going off into, or any lower sections in this, in the town hall that Micah would feel drawn to, maybe?
There is a gift shop, and you don't see any like visible pipes, furnace, boiler room, anything like that. So you would guess there's some kind of like lower level, but you don't. It's not something the public would have access to that you would have toured or anything. A brains roll from any one of you might be able to figure that out if someone wants to look around.
I'll take the half for a 10.
Yeah, a 10 will do it. Fred, like, sort of looking around for other entrances, you notice, like, behind this new Bromcom exhibit, like, it is
Mm-hmm.
there is a door, and you would need kind of to, like, either pull this like placard off the wall or, like, let it pop off when you pull open the door. But there is clearly another door that people have not been using.
I think there's something behind here, and yeah, Fred will start like sticking things like behind, like bring out the multi-tool and start sort of like using the file to like sort of try to like, you know, do the what's the equivalent of like a credit card and a key kind of thing, sort
try
of
off the
feel it and
styrofoam.
try to pop it open or something. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and it comes off pretty easily. It's a foam card that's attached to the wall.
Yeah.
And you can see this is clearly a door.
She'll look back at the rest.
Go in.
We should go in. Should we get the bird to come with us?
Well, why don't you open it and see what's inside?
Oh, duh.
Yeah, we might want to keep it from we might want the bird to stay to keep from following us. Okay. She realizes that she's the one standing at the door and says like, oh, okay. And she'll open, she'll feel the handle to see if it's warm.
The handle is warm.
And then she'll open the door if it is. Oh, it's warm? I didn't think it would be warm, but usually that means that there's a fire. But if we're trying to get to the mines, then that might be good, but we should be careful because I guess there's no fire here. So if we open it and there's a fire, we can always say, okay, I'm going to open the door. She opens the door. she pulls the like oversized flannel that she's wearing around her hand and like uses it to open the handle of the door.
You are looking into like a field of like pitch blackness, and then there is like a flicker of brightness. And then it goes back to dark. And then you see that flicker again. And as you're like looking into this space beyond the door, you get a sense of two things. One is that it goes down for a long way. And the other is that it seems as though flames are flickering in and out of your view.
I think we found the mines.
We should go in.
Is there a smell that we can detect?
There is no smell.
Is it when I'm looking in the door, is it like straightforward or is it like a wall and down?
It's a wall and down.
Oh, is there any kind of ladder or anything?
Yeah. Do you reach in?
I don't think I reach in. I think, oh no, of course. What am I talking about? She pulls out her crank flashlight radio and makes sure it's already cranked, but cranks it up real quick and it turns on the light and points down, not getting like too close to it, like leaning forward, but like using it to try to see down there and see if there's a ladder or what kind of hole is going down.
There is a rope ladder that leads down. A ways down, at least 10 meters down. And beneath this rope ladder that drops down, you see a track. And sitting on that track is a mine car.
Side note, but I do feel like a rope ladder is a bad thing to have going into a mine that's full of fire, but I guess, I don't know. There's a cart down there.
And you are still seeing these like images of flame flickering in and out.
There's fire down there.
Okay.
And a mine cart.
I mean, we're not going down there, right?
Hank pulls back from his, like, he was reaching for the rope ladder, and when George says that, he's like,
Right. Oh, hello. Yeah. It's like in front of her. Oh, okay.
I mean, what do we even do? Like, does Micah even know what she's looking for?
I guess this would be a question to you, Emma, along the lines of being drawn to the old town hall and coal museum.
Yeah.
I would ask Micah, like, do you think what's drawing you here is down there?
I think she thinks for a moment and nods.
well, then we gotta go.
Okay, but how do we know that we can trust Micah? Why don't
I mean,
you go
she can
first?
turn invisible.
Micah, why don't you go first?
Micah, why don't you turn us all invisible?
That's not going to help us not get burned, but okay.
Yeah.
Well, but if there's like a fire monster.
Yeah, or like if it's like bad people or something.
Well, the bird seemed to hurt Micah, so maybe we should wait to use that much of
That's
her powers until we're sure that
That's
we
true.
need it. But is there anything else we should do to prepare to go down there to keep us safe?
Should we bring some like water in case there's a fire?
I've had fire safety training, but I don't know how good it is in a mine. And again, the fact that it's a rope ladder is really unsettling. And back at home, I have like a chain ladder in my room because if you get like caught in fire, you can climb out of the window. I didn't bring it with me. I can go get it, or we can use the rope ladder. I don't know.
Okay, Hank, did you want to go down?
Yeah. Duh.
Okay, why doesn't Hank go down first?
Okay.
And I'll go with Hank.
There we go.
No one should go
I don't
alone.
know, George. That doesn't seem very responsible. I don't know. George is the responsible adult here.
Exactly, and I'm saying Hank should go first.
That makes sense. And Hank will start to climb down the rope ladder.
This is like a kind of spindly rope ladder that will swing. So I am going to ask for a roll for you to make it down this ladder. You do have time to plan if anybody would like to help. So if you have an adversity token, and you get an adversity token every time you fail a roll, which I believe, Kodi, you have 2 that you have not spent. You have 1, and George, I think you have 1 as well. Is that correct?
Did I get one when I failed to climb through the window?
Yeah, you have one. You have 1 from climbing through the window, Hank.
I can use mine to assist. I'm just worried that I might need them if I'm also climbing down, unless when Hank is at the bottom, he could like hold the ladder still.
Yeah, I think we can count that as if Hank is rolling for this, that's kind of for all of you.
Okay, great.
Then
yeah.
How are you helping? Or if you're using an adversity token, Kodi, how are you helping?
I'm shouting encouragement, and I'm reminding Hank of like all the cool scenes in his favorite action movies where like a hero is on like the helicopter ladder or something, and I'm just like, you look so cool, Hank.
I feel like it's Kodi describing like the climax of the movie Predator that he has not seen, but Hank has seen and described to Kodi at great length.
Remember that time you told me about that guy and he was climbing the ladder and you said it was just like this, and it really is just like you said.
You're right. Is this what stat is this?
Brawn or grit, I think is.
I mean, we're gonna do brawn. Okay. So if I have an adversity token, half would be 6, so that would be 7. But I wonder. I don't know how hard this feels like a hard thing. I can give you
2. I can give you another adversity token.
I'm gonna be risky. And know that I have a +1 at least. That explodes.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then, so what's 12 plus 11? 23 plus 1, 24.
Whoa!
Yes!
What?
Hank looks like the most badass 11-year-old.
It's like swinging down.
He's got his cowboy hat, doesn't he?
Yeah, he lands and then he looks up and he tips his cowboy hat to Kodi.
All of you can basically, none of you have seen Predator except Hank, but all of you can hear the sound that was playing in that scene in your heads as Hank does.
I feel the sudden urge to like just shake his hand and really like grab his arm and do it in a really bro way. I don't know where I'm getting it from, but I need to.
Cool. Well, then I'm gonna go ahead and follow. Hank
Micah leans over and gives you 2 thumbs up, Hank.
Hank is like trying to be cool, but he's like actually really excited about it.
Cool. I'm gonna head down there as well.
Yeah, I think Hank did this so powerfully that all of you, like, between confidence and sheer like grit to have everyone do this really sick thing that you thought only people in movies did. Like all of you can make it down into this mine car without incident.
Yeah, before Fred goes down, she would call down and ask Hank what he sees around there. Like if the fire's right up next to them or anything, or...
So, yeah, it is this far down. Fred, your lantern is still up. Your crank flashlight, rather, is still with you. So, Hank, you can't see too well. But you are in a mine car that is on a very corroded track that appears to go in both directions. It is slanted like down slightly, so like with a push, it might start rolling. And you can see like sort of close to you, like looming like rock formations. It doesn't look like there's been active mining like right where you are. And you don't feel heat like the way that Fred did on the doorknob. You are still seeing what all of you saw intermittently, which is that you are like standing in this mine car looking at the scene, and then just like a scene of flames will like flicker into your vision as though this whole space is covered in flames. And then it vanishes, leaving you in this not cold mine, but certainly not a blaze space.
It seems safe. I just want to check. Does everyone else sometimes see fire and then it goes away?
Yeah, that's weird.
Like when you stare at something bright and close your eyes, or like real fire?
Like sometimes like there's like a flicker and it's like everything is on fire, and then there's like another flicker and then it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sort of look like what I see from up here?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we're living in two realities at once.
Oh, God. So the jury's still out on the us being dead, and maybe we're in... Okay.
I think while this is happening, I'm starting to inspect the cart and, like, make sure that it... I don't actually know how mine carts work, but, like, I'm making sure it works.
Mine cart works.
I'm doing a little, like... Yep, this puppy can mine so much mine. Like, just a quick little inspection.
It will be a tight squeeze, but it seems like it could fit 5 children or a lot of coal. You guys aren't coal, though, so 5 children.
Great.
So we hop in.
Yeah.
Great.
Let's do it.
Is it one of those ones where you're like cranking it up and down, or like how do we know how it moves?
You are not sure how it moves. I think you can see, like, on one end it seems like there's some kind of bolt attachment, like it might have had some kind of motor or been hooked to another cart or something at one point. But right now it's just sitting on the track at a slight like tilt downward.
I think Hank is like, this is just like in Donkey Kong Country.
Oh my God.
He's gonna start like trying to like pull the bolt attachment out.
So you're leaning over the side of the car and you're gonna try to like unbolt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can just do that with no roll. And the cart starts to roll forward slowly at first, into the depths along this track, and then like it rather abruptly starts to pick up speed.
Oh no. See, exactly like in Donkey Kong.
And there's no braking mechanism.
Is
there a brake? Did anyone look for a brake anywhere?
There's not a brake in Donkey Kong. There's just people throwing barrels at you.
Are people gonna throw barrels at us?
Probably.
Great. I'm just gonna like sort of hunker down and like hold Micah's hand tight and just be like, it's gonna be over when it's over.
Why did we do this? It's getting faster.
Because we're gonna save our friend.
She thinks but doesn't say. Friend is a strong word. We kind of just met her, but doesn't say it, just thinks it.
And this car is now like hurtling down the track at full tilt. Fred, I imagine you still have your flashlight on.
Absolutely. Yeah. Trying to like, holding it in front, some kind of light to, if just to see for when the path inevitably, terrifyingly gives out in front of us. Definitely afraid that's going to happen.
And yeah, no, that would never happen. As the cart like picks up to full speed and your flashlight is kind of like shooting around on the walls. What you guys can kind of make out is the same thing that you saw on the climb down, which is that this is clearly the interior of a mine, but it doesn't look like mining has happened in this section, or if it hasn't in some time. You're still getting those flickering flashes of those, like this whole space being consumed in flame, and then it will fade out and you're still just hurtling down this track and there's no fire. As you keep going, you realize that the track splits off in two directions, and like you need to lean one way or the other to sort of like get the cart to tip one way.
What do we do?
Do they look the same?
Yeah.
One of
Can
the
I shine
tunnels,
my light in their directions?
Yes. One of the tunnels seems like there is an abrupt drop after it. And when you shine the light at the other tunnel, there is a glowing green light.
Drop to the drop.
Oh no.
Drop.
Lean into the drop.
I'm the biggest. I said so. I'm pushing the car.
Yeah. You all lean left like really, really hard. As you all like lean to the side, the cart teeters precariously to the side, almost like it might chip you off the edge into the unknown. And it doesn't. You keep hurtling forward towards this drop, and drop it does. Like the track gives out like beneath you, and your mine car just like falls probably about 10 feet and lands on a track
exactly
below.
What I was afraid of. Oh, okay.
Hard, and just keeps hurtling. And you are like lower down. Now is where you start to feel, as this cart turns the corner, that it is a little bit warm.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know what everyone else is doing, but Fred is screaming.
Hank is having the time of his fucking life.
Dungeons and Drama Nerds is produced by Todd Brian Backus, Percival Hornak, and Nicholas Orvis, and is mixed and edited by Anthony Sertel Dean. Our Kids on Bikes game features CJ Linton as the GM, Ella Mock as Kodi Thompson Lee Garcia Smith, Percival Hornak as Hank Boswell, Emma Covert as Fred Hudson, and Esther Yumi Co as George Privanathan. Kids on Bikes was written by Jonathan Gilmour and Doug Levandowski and published by Hunters Entertainment with Renegade Game Studios and Infectious Play Publishing. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at DN Drama Nerds. Check out cast bios on our website, dungeonsanddramanerds.com, and tune in next week for another episode of Dungeons and Drama Nerds.